Good evening, this is Jeremy Dabrowski from berkswintercast. This is our first video. Giving it a shot here, see how it's going. Let me know what you think. We do have some time issues here, I've noticed, and we'll just jump right into it. First looking at the water vapor imagery that we have here, a disturbance in the north of the Gulf of Mexico there, coming together. This will be the storm. It will be tracking and sliding out to sea. As indicated by most of the modeling at this point, there was some questions earlier as if it would come up the coast. It does not appear to be that at the case this time. Looks like it will be a southern storm, almost completely for sure on that at this time. And most of the modeling does agree with that as well. Here's a look at the NAM, showing the precipitation, the snow in North Carolina and southeast Virginia there, and a little bit of the Delmarva also. The GFS also agrees with that as well. Again, it looks a little bit weaker and warmer actually on the GFS as opposed to the NAM. Some sort of compromise between the two would probably be the way to go. What this really means for us, though, is it's just a close call for a storm. It will miss to the south, and this just isn't it. And part of the problem is the North Atlantic oscillation, negative NAOs. When it's this negative, you do get a lot of storms that slide out to sea and don't come up. That's why you need that NAO transition back to a positive state for a storm. So that's something we need to be on the lookout for, in the coming. The pattern's going to be cold enough, just trying to get these storms with the split flow. We need to not have such a suppressed negative NAO regime in place. In regards to snowfall with the storm, I think it's a little overdone down here in Georgia in the deep south, but shows a general idea of where snow will fall, 2 to 3 inch amounts locally higher in certain areas. It is a weakening storm that is coming out, so these numbers do seem right in this area, maybe back a little bit further to the west. So that's pretty much it for the storm, or the non-storm for us. So the thing that we are going to have to deal with specifically here is the rush of cold air that is coming. The Arctic blast, the front will be arriving on Sunday, and this is GFS valid Monday morning, 12Z. It's around 10 o'clock. As you can see, there's teens everywhere. It's the darker blue there seen next to the pinks, and the pink represents that's the 10-degree line. That's pretty darn close, and you got to think low temperature would be a couple hours before that. So sometimes these models overdo this kind of thing, but I think it sounds about right. It is an Arctic air mass, Arctic origin, and it will be windy as well. So Monday morning could be downright brutal in regards to it really feeling like a bone-chilling winter. And the pattern next week will be cold overall. Storm tracks to the north, weaker, nothing really to pay attention to there. Southern storm track do have to pay attention to. Again, all lies on that NAO though. Get something where it starts going from negative to positive, and that will allow for these storms to track up rather than out to sea. And there is some indication that perhaps towards the end of the week that might be the case. The 12Z Euro today was showing the beginnings. This is valid for Saturday. The beginnings of what could be a storm. Obviously, this is pretty far out, but rain snow line taken verbatim here. Philadelphia, D.C. You got 2 to 3, I should say 36 inch snowfall amounts, all of Pennsylvania, and then the next shot not shown turns into actually a major blizzard for southeastern New England. The 12Z GFS showed no such thing, but lo and behold, the 18Z GFS does show a storm well out to sea, and again, the GFS and its southeast bias comes into play here as well. So, that's something to keep in mind and something to be on the lookout for. But that's pretty much it for now. We'll try these videos. Let me know. Send me some feedback whether you like them or not. Take a look at them on the site, see how they turned out. And to recap, storm missing to the south. No worries there. Watch it. If anything changes, we'll let you know. And then the cold comes, cold stays. Watch for the storm track in the south over the week, and then big threat maybe next weekend or first real threat, I should say, for potential snow. That's it for now, and we'll talk soon. Have a good night.